Hello, hey, good evening. Hey, nice to be here with you guys tonight. It is Monday night. I'm just sipping my tea. Hopefully some other friends are heading to join us, and hopefully you're grabbing your tea or favorite beverage, and I always say putting your comfy pants on and relaxing after the kids are in bed. That's why we do the 9 p.m. Mom chat hangout time, because most families have said that works really well for them after they get their kiddos in bed. So I hope you get to sit down and relax and hang out with us just for a few minutes tonight. And we're gonna share some great learning tips for you and then get you on your way. We'll never take up too much of your time. So, hey, I am Katie and I am one of the literacy ladies. Krista is my lovely business partner and bestie, and the other literacy lady. And she's usually here in the comments tonight. She's being preschool mama right now, so she may jump in a little bit. But yeah, we are here to share some learning tips with you. We're here every Monday night at 9. And as literacy ladies, if you've maybe hung out with us here before, or maybe you haven't, we support parents as you help your children develop a love for reading and writing. So that is our mission. We are here to support you, families, as you're helping your kids learn to love learning, love reading and writing. And we are reading specialists, so really getting into the details of how to help them learn is something that we're passionate about, but we know that that doesn't happen until we first get kids to engage in learning and to think that it is a fun thing to do. Excuse me. So that's our main goal, is to help you develop a love for reading and writing in your homes, and to support you parents to make that an easier thing for you to do, because we know as busy moms, our hands are always full. So that's what we're here to do tonight. We're going to hang out with you and share some tips with you. If you have not already grabbed our free parent guide, that would be an excellent place to start. And it looks like this. It's never as pretty on screen as it is when you print it, but full of several pages of really amazing little checklists and things that are great for you to just throw this on your desk or on the side of your fridge to refer to. Lots of great learning. It's like filled with all of our best tips for parents as they're helping their kids learn, and it is completely free. So you can grab that. We'll put the link to that in the comments, or if you're watching later on YouTube, we'll put it in the description so you can grab that free guide. It's available to families at any time, and it's completely free, and it's kind of just filled with all of our best tips that we love to share with families. It's a really great place to get started if you're looking for some easy, tangible ways for any busy family to implement some impactful learning with your kids at home. So tonight we are going to share with you 7 literacy activities that you can do at home with your kids. We're going to focus mostly around literacy. That's what we usually do around here. So reading and writing ideas. And we're also going to focus on easy and tangible, right? Easy and tangible things that are little to no prep, so that you can get them in place in your home very easily. And the idea is they're going to help your kids find an enjoyment in learning and help them build on skills, but also make things easy for you parents, so that you can just grab these things and get them learning without you having to do a lot of work. We did it for you. So we're gonna throw 7 ideas at you. You can save this post for later. And we also have them all listed in a blog post, and we will put that in the comments as well. So you don't have to take notes or save it for, save the post for later. You can go grab the blog post where it's all written out for you there as well. All right, so tip number 1, 7 learning activities that are all literacy based that you can do at home very easily tomorrow, this week, this month, this summer. First one is to make an audiobook. Why would you make your own audiobook? I know I said little to no prep. I promise this one's super easy. We all know what it's like when you have kids that are wanting you to read their very favorite story, and they're pulling at your knees and wanting you to do that, and your hands are full. And we all want to be the mom that drops everything and reads their favorite book to them whenever they want. And I love it when I'm actually able to do that. But sometimes a baby diaper needs to be changed, or you're on your way out the door to a board meeting and you're not always able to drop everything and read that beloved story that they want you to read. So a great way to get your kids engaged with reading is to have a little video of you reading their favorite book. So it's a great thing for them to have available when you are not able to or not available to read that. So our one tip, if you choose to do that, rather than them seeing your face, although that is lovely too, it's really, really good for kids as they're doing an audiobook to see the pages, to see the words on the pages, to see you turning the pages. So if you're gonna do a quick little audiobook of a favorite story, we recommend that you actually videotape the pages. So it's your voice but you're just holding your camera over the pages as you turn the pages, and they're getting to actually see the story and hear the wonderful words, but with your voice reading it. So that is one fun idea. If you're looking for a way to add a little audiobook into your family life, free, easy, grab a book that's already in your house or that you got from the library, record yourself reading it, and then have it available on your phone or iPad or computer or whatever, so kids can grab it and listen to you reading their favorite story in those moments when your hands are full and you might not be able to. If you want even easier, right, that's really the tip, but you know, I'm all about real easy. So if you want something even easier to incorporate audiobooks into your family life, these Encyclopedia Britannica books are our favorite. If you haven't seen these before and you have a young reader, they have them in like every topic. So I love these nonfiction ones, but you can also find them to go with like Paw Patrol and PJ Masks and Disney Princess and whatever thing your kid is into. And so how they work are they're super little easy reader books, and on the pages they have these little symbols. I know it's a little hard to see. They have these little symbols, and they come with this little, my son calls it a talker. I don't know what it's actually called. I guess it's like a tablet, but it's like just a little cheap plastic thing here. And anyways, as they get to the pages, whatever symbol is on the page is the symbol they press on the little talker, as we call it in our family, and it reads the page to them. So it is so fun because they do it at their own pace. They're turning the pages themselves, building all of these great early literacy skills. Then they press the next little symbol that they see on the next page, and it's really, really clever. So we'll put a link to some of those in the comments as well. These are really, they're called me readers, I guess, or story readers. Those are some of our favorites, a way to get some audiobooks into your family life where you don't have to make the recording. You can just buy those. They're, I think, pretty reasonable on Amazon. And if you want to be even cheaper, because I'm all about, you know, good deal, you can head to the library. And most libraries have little bags like this where they have stories and CD little kits that you can check out from the library totally for free. So I guess you have to have a CD player still. Hopefully, I don't know, does everybody have a CD player around these days? We just have a cheap one at Walmart in our son's room, but where you can find really cute little book sets with the CD, and you can check these out. Almost every library has tons of these, and so that is another great way to add audiobooks into your family life. It's a great way to have your kids learning and doing a meaningful learning activity, but you can step away to do all the things that parents always need to do. Okay, here we go. Number 2, sharing literacy activities with you tonight that you can implement really easily. The second one is to use a cookie tray for words and letters and whatever kind of practice your child needs to put into place. So maybe you've done this before. I see lots of friends coming and joining us. Hey, you guys, thanks for being here tonight. I would love for you to say hi in the chat box. Will you say hello? Tell me, how old are your kids? And it would be fun to be able to see that from each other. So, and maybe tell me, has anybody done the cookie tray thing before? So here's how it works. You just dump whatever you have on a cookie tray, and they use their finger to practice words and letters. It's great for differentiating lots of different age groups. So your kids can be forming letters for the very first time if they're working on letter formation or understanding, identifying letters. You could be working on letter sounds. So as they're creating the A, they're saying ah, ah, ah. You could be working on sight words. Maybe you have a 2nd or 3rd grader and they're coming home with a spelling list. Easy, fun way to practice that spelling list is to grab the cookie tray, dump the stuff out, and they're practicing their spelling words. So whatever skill your child needs to work on, it's really easy to differentiate by grabbing the cookie tray. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, I'm gonna try not to dump this on my lap, you guys, but I just grabbed one in my house so I could share with you. I always want a visual when I'm learning something new. And I also, again, easy and cheap is kind of my thing over here. So I just use whatever is in my cabinet already. So I grabbed the cookie tray. I believe this was probably my mother's, passed down to me. It's very old looking, but you know, it's tried and true. And then I also grabbed an old box of cake mix that was in my cabinet. It was like an old gluten-free cake mix that we're never gonna use again. So I just dumped it on here, and this is how it works. So you got your little reader. They're working on letters. You can write the letters down just on a simple piece of paper like this, the letter I, and they are using their finger to practice the letter I, right? Maybe they're working on sight words, so you write some sight words down. You don't have to write them down. You could just spell them out loud, put them on a piece of paper. My son's working on the sight word of right now, so he can very clearly, easily clean the slate there. And O, F, of, it's easier to see, you know, when it's flat, but I want to dump it on my lap. So you have the idea, but really fun, easy way to practice letters and words. Hey, Becky, your youngest is 11 and you still enjoy fresh ideas. I love it. Seriously, even fun with an 11-year-old, right? If they're practicing spelling words, maybe math facts or, I don't know, whatever they're coming home with, they're learning that day. This can be a really fun, easy way to get some tactile learning in, and that improves their memory. So think sugar, I don't know, salt, Kool-Aid packets, chocolate sauce if you're like really adventurous and don't mind a little mess happening. Shaving cream is really fun and it actually cleans the table if you want to do shaving cream on the tables. Kids love to write letters in shaving cream. Okay, you guys. Hey, Katie, I see you just joined us too. I'm going to get faster because I'm only on number 2 and I have 7 and they're really good ideas, but I'm going to talk fast so I don't waste your time, mamas. Okay. Number 3 is to add some learning songs into your day. So third learning activity idea, learning songs. Okay, no, Becky, you said yours are a little bit older. A couple ideas that I had written down might be a little young for yours, but I guarantee there are these for every age level. But did you know that you can ask your Alexa to play Sesame Street music or to play Dr. Jean learning songs? And it comes up with the like greatest songs. You can throw that on. We do that in the morning when we're making breakfast. And before you know it, they're singing along with all of these little learning songs that you didn't even have to look for or teach them, but they're just playing in the background. If you don't have Alexa, you can very easily get those learning songs from your library digitally. So you don't have to have a CD player. Our favorite library app is called Hoopla. And like any, Hoopla has books, movies, CDs, or music, whatever you call it these days, but really easy place to get learning songs there as well, and totally free from the library. So that's another great way to slip some learning in, no work for you, play those learning songs, and the kids love them. All right, here we go. Number 4, FaceTime story time. Hey, Marcia, you just joined us today as well. So we're sharing literacy activities that can be really easily used for you and your family this week, this month, maybe this summer. And we're on number 4. Number 4, FaceTime reading time. This has saved us lots of times when hands are really full. We just call in grandma and it's FaceTime story time. We've also done this with an older nephew of ours who reads to our son over FaceTime. And I know those of you that mentioned having little older kids, this is something that your older kids could do to FaceTime and read to a younger family member or family friend or something too. So that additional reading is of course great for fluency and comprehension practice if you've got an older kiddo that's reading. And always, always the best thing you can do for your young ones is to have them listen to stories. So this gives you a free moment, hands full, so you can go stir the mac and cheese or set the table, and grandma or you know, your friendly neighbor, whoever it is that you want to FaceTime with your kids, can read to them over, you know, Zoom, FaceTime, and they're getting that little extra story time. So we suggest, if you can and you want to do this, to schedule it. Anytime you schedule something, it's going to make your life easier. So our friend Sarah, she's actually homeschooling this year, and she lives in Michigan, her family lives in New York, and her parents read to her kids on FaceTime every single Friday at 1 o'clock. And it's amazing. The kids look forward to it. The grandparents look forward to it. They know that they are going to have a really good story and they get excited about what they're going to pick out. And yeah, you could do that for Saturday mornings or whenever it works for you. But adding that in gives you some hands-free time and is really good, meaningful learning for your kids and a great little time for them to bond with family or family friend too. All right, here we go. Number 5, literacy activity that you can implement really easily is to try out a virtual field trip. Has anybody heard of this before? Would you tell us in the comments? I would love it to see if anybody has heard of a virtual field trip or tried this out before. Maybe, maybe not. If you Google virtual field trip, you're gonna be like, whoa, this is the thing, and there's so many ideas. Basically, they're just great places that you can visit with your kids digitally and learn so much. So our favorite right now is the Georgia Aquarium. They have live webcams at the Georgia Aquarium, and you can visit all kinds of different places in the aquarium, and brings up great conversations. Kids could watch them and draw or write about it, or inspire them to go get books from the library that are on the same topic. But it's a really great way to get your kids, again, engaged in meaningful learning and something that is not prep work for you. So if you by chance sign up for virtual literacy camp with us this summer, we're doing virtual literacy camp. If you haven't already heard of that, we are going to be sharing a virtual field trip opportunity with our kids for every day of camp that are optional, but super fun that we already have all picked out for you with the links and everything. So virtual field trips are a really great way to add some learning in. Hey, Katie, I see that you did some of the zoos last spring. Yes, beginning of quarantine. Great idea for that. I would love to hear which zoos you did, Katie. Do you remember which ones? And then people can see in the comments like which ones have the live webcams. I know some of them did just for a little while, but a lot of them do all the time. We also love the National Zoo. The National Zoo has the webcams all the time, and our kids like know which ones are they're like, is the cheetah cam live tonight? Does it have are the cheetahs there? So they know which ones are at which zoos, and it's a fun way to check in and have some good learning. So thanks for sharing that zoo idea, Katie. That was a really good one. All right, hey, number 6, we're gonna keep going. Number 6 is about writing. So we love to survey the families that we work with, and there's an overwhelming majority of parents that tell us that their kids already love to read and they do a great job with their reading, but they struggle more with writing. Is that anybody that is here? Yeah, that's okay, Katie, no big deal. She's saying, I can't remember which zoos they were, but anybody that has kiddos that maybe are reluctant writers, or they're more likely to spend time reading than writing. A lot of families tell us that. So we want to make sure we share some really good writing ideas with you as well. So this is a fun one to engage writers that maybe are reluctant writers, or just need to be like inspired with a writing idea that gets them wanting to write. So we have encouraged kids to make a list of interview questions for a friend or family member, and things that they're wondering about or they want to ask them, and then they get to actually interview them, ask the questions, and write down their responses. So this is a great way to get to know somebody in your family that maybe your kiddo already knows well, or maybe they don't know as well, so a cousin or somebody, and they get to sit down and you can do the writing with them. So if they need help, they're a really emergent writer, you can do the writing with them. Or our older writers, I know somebody said their kiddo was 11, this would be a great activity for your older writers, where they can think of, what are some questions that you always wish that you could ask great Aunt Sandy, okay? And they're sitting down and writing down, I wonder what elementary school was like for her, and did you ever go to summer camp, and did you always get along with your siblings, and what's the silliest memory that you can think of? And they're writing these things down. They're really meaningful writing. So it's a writing practice, but they're putting writing skills into something that's authentic and meaningful, and that gets them excited and thinking about questions they want to ask their family member. And then it becomes really authentic when they get to call that family member and ask them the questions that they wrote down. So, and then when they do that, if you want to add that extra skill, they're also writing down the answers that the family member shares with them. So this is just a really fun way to engage writers that maybe, and even writers that love to write would like this activity, of course, but great way to engage reluctant writers or kiddos that you wish they were writing more often. And again, you could schedule this as well. You could schedule out calling different aunts and uncles or cousins or mom's college friends, right? That your kiddos know as their aunties, like some of my kiddos do, and they get to ask them questions. So really fun way to get them writing questions and then writing the answers to the questions as well. Okay, here's number 7. Hope I'm not talking too fast. Hope you find some ideas that you can use really easily, families. Number 7 is to do a letter, lunch, or snack. So seriously, even fun for the older kids, especially if you don't tell them what you're doing and you make them like guess, but you put together a snack or lunch that all starts with the same letter. Or you could like pick some other theme, some other reason that they all go together too, if you want to like really play a trick on them. But this is a fun way to just get some like learning going when you're already prepping lunch anyways. Again, I don't plan this all out ahead of time. You totally could if you're super mom and like have different letters for different days and put them on your grocery list. I just grab whatever is in my cabinet, and I think it's a fun way to add some learning in. It's extra fun if you throw it in a muffin tin. So I already have like muffin tin probably already in your cabinet, right? I don't ever actually bake muffins. Krista bakes delicious muffins that you all wish that you could eat all the time, but I don't really bake. But my muffin tins get used for snack like this with my kids all the time, and it's so fun. So I just threw an example together for you, honestly, tonight. But applesauce, animal crackers, apples, apple granola bar, apple juice. I don't usually have apple juice, but you know what I mean. And then if I were actually prepping this for lunch, I would like cut up the apple and put them in different spots and put the animal crackers throughout the different spots. It sounds extreme, but it's really not that extra. Like, I'm cutting up the apple anyways, so I just pull the muffin tin out of the cabinet and throw it all in here. And I just literally looked at my cabinet and was like, what do I have that starts with the same letter? So super fun way to get some extra learning practice in. Throw this on the table for snack or lunch. You know, maybe with like ants on a log. Wouldn't that be cute? Little celery, ants on a log on there, starts with A too. I love it. I'm totally doing that tomorrow. So super easy, put it on the table, ask the kids, what do you notice about the lunch? What do all the snacks start with? And they're coming up with the letter on their own without you telling them. All right, that is my 7 ideas for you guys. Krista and I love to get to share learning activity ideas with you. And if you're looking for more fun learning activities, we would love for you to join us at Virtual Literacy Camp this summer. Virtual Literacy Camp, we target 1st through 3rd grade students, but lots of younger kids and older kids come and they love it as well. You decide like what's a good fit for your child, but Virtual Literacy Camp is just really, really fun learning videos we've put together for reading and writing for your kids. Lots of hands-on learning, so they watch a little bit, they do a little bit on their own, and we give you a super detailed schedule that you can follow to make a week of the summer very, very easy for you as parents. But you can also not follow the schedule and just grab the little learning videos and do them whenever you want. It's all pre-recorded, so you get access to it to use whenever you want this summer. So Virtual Literacy Camp has an early bird discount that only goes through May 31st, so you'll want to grab it like right away so you don't forget. But once you purchase, it's yours to keep for the entire summer and use it whenever you want or over and over. And it is filled with really fun learning activities like this that we already have prepped and planned and give you to use with your kids throughout the summer. So join us at Virtual Literacy Camp with your kids, or join us back here every Monday night with your tea so that you can grab some free ideas. We love to share those with you as well. And don't forget to grab your free parent guide with lots of ideas like these, and we'll put the link to that in the comments too, you guys. So thanks, Becky, saying great ideas. I appreciate you being here with us, and we'll see you back here next Monday, you guys. Krista jumps on Tuesdays to share all of our favorite picture books of the week too. So if you're looking for a few more ideas, you can always join Krista on Tuesday afternoons for picture book ideas too. All right, hopefully we'll see you and your families at Virtual Literacy Camp this summer, and have a great evening.